Thank the spaghetti monster, we have a robust cybersecurity policy and infrastructure system for the United States. What's that? We don't have any of that? No, of course we don't. Of course we don't. Of course we have systems that can be relatively easily compromised by nation state actors in order to affect things, not just like our hospitals and that type of thing, but also things like our water systems too. And so this story kind of highlights my frustrations with the cybersecurity policies here in the United States in 2026, and frankly, my frustration back in 2006, but anyways, right? Where it is incredibly bizarre that we do not have robust cybersecurity initiatives and systems in this country in order to protect our people from cyber attacks. Day after day after day, we see critical infrastructure being taken down by nefarious actors, and basically the administrations in the White House, look, they don't even shrug their shoulders. They don't understand what the hell is going. They don't get what the problem is, right? We've seen this with hospital systems. Hospital systems have been taken offline with ransomware attacks. Insurance companies have been taken offline with ransomware attacks. Schools have been taken offline with ransomware attacks. Government agencies have been taken offline with ransomware attacks. And basically, what we're now seeing is that possibly it was either Iran or Minnesota, because it is the Trump administration, that attacked water systems in the United States. And again, what is fascinating about this is where are the resources, right? We are going to spend 1.5 trillion dollars, or they want to spend 1.5 trillion dollars on the US military, right? That is the budget for the military. Apparently right now we spent something like 200 billion dollars bombing the ever-loving hell out of Iran for some reason, right? And yet we do not have the resources in place in the United States to protect these systems that are integral to our society even functioning, right? If you work in a hospital right now, if you work in on some systems that the local population has a large need for. I'm not talking about the local coffee shop or the local brewery or something like that. But I'm talking about a hospital, a library, a school system, whatever, anything like that. Like where are the resources that you can go to from the federal government and ask for help? Where is the auditing policy? Where is anything from the government to actually protect the American citizens from these cyber attacks? And again, even in 2026, we see it's just a miserable mess. So, anyways, coming from CBS News, U.S. investigating if Iran was behind a cyber attack on water systems in 7 states, including Minnesota and Michigan. Malicious cyber activity affected technology at water systems in at least 7 states this week, including Minnesota and Michigan, forcing some utilities to switch to manual operations as state and federal authorities dig into who is behind the attack. And so, what's interesting about this too is a couple of years ago, I do believe it was a Florida water system. Again, this is real. This is real. I think it was Florida. Somebody was able to hack in to the system that controlled the chemicals that went into the water. Like, you don't think about this stuff, right? But you got water. You got the water that comes in, and then as the water gets processed, stuff has to get put into the water before it goes out, right? Things like chlorine, also maybe some other minerals or things like that, fluoride, that type of deal, that has to go in. And so with some of these systems, they're computer controlled to be able to process, to be able to determine the water coming in, the composition of that water, and so what is the most appropriate dosage for all these different chemicals that are going to go into the water before it goes out to the people. And again, it was a couple of years ago that one of these, I think it was a Florida water system, was literally compromised, and they were able to screw with the chemicals that were literally going into the water. And so again, when you hear about this too, that's where this stuff gets Oh, it gets concerning to say the least. Investigators are probing to determine whether the activity is the work of Iranian hackers, according to U.S. officials. Sources cautioned that since they had not definitively attributed the attack, their assessment could change as additional technical evidence is collected. They are also probing whether the actor could have attempted to appear Iran-based as a way of stirring the pot amid the ongoing U.S. conflict with Iran. Hmm. Hmm. Who? Who in the world would want to make the United States even angrier at Iran? Who would see any value at all with making it seem like Iran was trying to compromise our water systems, ergo that Iran was trying to kill American civilians? Who would possibly see value in that? Anyways. The FBI reported incidents in, quote, at least 7 states, but didn't identify them. On Saturday, Michigan joined Minnesota in reporting cyber attacks on these states' water systems, but an official said all systems were operating safely. Yes, because when the U.S. government tells us everything is safe, you completely believe that. Dale George, the director of communications at the state's Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy, told CBS News in a statement that the state received, quote, a small number of reports from Michigan communities indicating activity consistent with what federal agencies described. Quote, all systems continue to operate safely. Issues were addressed by local operators, and there are no known impacts that pose a public health concern. No known. We don't know of any impacts yet. CBS News has learned more than 30 community water systems across Minnesota were affected. Minnesota and the federal government have not publicly attributed the activity to a particular actor. So remember, this is 7 states, but in one single state, at least 30 systems were attacked. The FBI, EPA, and CISA all warned Thursday that attackers are targeting internet-exposed industrial controllers used by water and wastewater utilities. In at least some cases, federal authorities reported loss of monitoring and control functionality at critical infrastructure sites, leading to pressure loss and flooding. Most confirmed cases in the Minnesota cyber attack involve technology used to remotely monitor and control water system equipment, including devices called programmable logic controllers, according to Minnesota IT Services. None of Minnesota's water supply has been reported compromised as a result of the attack. And anyways, and then you go through here, and then, Trump literally says Minnesota's behind it. Oh, how did we wind up with this president? Quote, I think that Minnesota is behind it, Trump said during a televised cabinet meeting at Camp David. Quote, you know who's behind it? Minnesota, because they're grossly incompetent. I think the governor is behind it. I don't think there was an Iranian cyber attack. I think that Minnesota ought to get its act together. So that's right. When water systems in 7 states are attacked, when a single state has 30 of their water system attacked, the Trump administration is not looking at Iranian actors or other foreign actors that might want to pin the blame on Iran. No, he's blaming Minnesota. He's blaming Minnesota. Dear MAGA, make it make sense. Seriously. Dear MAGA. Dear Republicans, dear MAGA, what the fuck are you people doing at this point in time? I just do not get it. So anyways, we are going to see how this continues. My big concern with this is following this for many years, again, being a tech pro since '96. I just don't think I don't think our country is basically doing a damn thing to try to limit these types of attacks. There is nothing I see out of the US government that makes me think they're taking these attacks seriously or that they give a crap about protecting the American citizens. Right. And as I say this, I know when I talk about things like government auditing systems or rules or regulations, a lot of people have heartburn. right? Especially in the technology world, we have a lot of libertarians and that type of deal. And look, I'm not talking about the computer systems for the auto repair shop. I'm not talking about the computer systems for the cafe or the computer systems for so many other things. I'm talking about the computer systems that are vital for communities, right? Water treatment plants, wastewater plants, hospitals, schools, government agencies, those types of things. The fact that in 2026, we do not have a robust cybersecurity policy and institution in the United States is absolutely ridiculous. Like, it is bizarre right now. And this is true. This is not out of the onion, right? Trump, what is it, three? Trump wants to create three of the largest battleships to have ever been built. Like, he wants all the money for three battleships that, as far as I can tell from people that I've listened to, nobody seems to think these things will not be obsolete the moment they roll off the line. Right? Creating new battleships in 2026 is just ridiculous. But for some reason, creating three battleships is like that, the Trump class battleships that will protect the American citizens. But having a cybersecurity policy that is a little better than something scribbled on the back of a napkin, right? That's completely fine. Why would we put $100 billion into cybersecurity infrastructure in the United States when we can build big ass golden battleships? And this is where we are at. And this is what we deal with when we have an incompetent president, right? An incompetent president that, like, all he cares about is sound bites. All he cares about is pretending like he's a fucking dog, right? He's a dog, and if you punch him, he'll punch you back twice as hard. And if he thinks you punched him, he'll punch you back. And if he thinks you might punch him sometime in the future, he'll punch you. And then if he's just fucking bored, he'll punch you too, right? Like, literally, that is what we're dealing with this administration. The fact that the administration, oh, Eli, it's a joke. It's not a fucking joke anymore, right? Our systems are being compromised. We are in the middle of a war no fucking American won. We are losing a fucking war no American wanted, right? We are being attacked, and the Trump administration treats harm against American citizens like a joke. Anyways, welcome to 2026. What do you think about this? What do you think about water systems being attacked? What do you think about this still being a viable route of attack in 2026? I mean, you think about this with was it Stuxnet or whatever? I mean, I think that's one of the weird things in the United States. Like, what we do to other people would never do to us. Right? You think about it, I think it was called Stuxnet years ago, right, where we destroyed so many of the Iranian centrifuges. So the Iranian centrifuges, I do believe, used Siemens industrial control units. And so basically there is this very, very, very complicated cyber attack that happened in order to compromise those controllers and then essentially burn out the centrifuges. Right? It's very complicated. Yay, we won. But one of the things you have to think about is if we can compromise the industrial controllers in Iran's nuclear facilities, which should be, who knows, maybe they're as bad as cybersecurity as we are, but they should be in a highly secure environment, then it shouldn't come as a shock as it that our internet accessible industrial controllers could be compromised too. And it's just frustrating to see, like, what happens if we come under a truly massive attack. Like, you think about that, like here in Asheville, right? So Asheville, we had our biblical flood almost 2 years ago. Helene was almost 2 years ago now. Anyways, in the blink of an eye, like if you weren't here, it's weird to it's hard to explain to you. In the blink of an eye, power dropped, SMS, so our mobile phone systems dropped, and water dropped. Again, like think about, like, you're like, okay, power goes down. Oh, yeah, whatever, power goes down. SMS, like your mobile phone or whatever, goes down. You're like, oh, that's not good. Can you imagine like 5 minutes later the water goes off, right? Anyways, and that was a crap. That was an absolute crap show. Three of our interstates. We have four interstates. Well, we have two interstates, but three of the legs of the interstates were basically wiped out at that period of time. We only had one interstate that ran down to Atlanta. But think about that, right? That was a disaster for Asheville. Like in the blink of the eye, all the systems that we were used to completely and utterly failed. Here's the thing: we still did have Atlanta. We still did have cities around our area. They were a pain in the ass to get to. There were problems, but resources could come in. People, to a limited degree, could get out. We took a lot of damage, but once you got 20 or 30 miles outside of our area, everything was pretty fucking normal. If you remember, if you followed me on social media at the time, I talked about how weird it was. We quote unquote evacuated down to Atlanta. So Atlanta's about 3 hours from us. And it was so bizarre. Like you're here, there's no water, there's no power, there's no cell phone, you're dirty, you're sticky, like half the town has been white. It's just right. And then you go 3 hours away, and I'm sitting in the middle of Atlanta, like down by Piermont Park or whatever, that nice little park, like sitting there with a fucking like Starbucks in my hand and Roxy on my lap, just sitting there sipping coffee as everybody does things that are completely and utterly normal. Right? But that was a good thing because even though our systems completely failed, around us, everybody else's systems were working pretty well. And once you go to a certain distance, they, again, nothing had actually happened. It was just another Tuesday as far as they were concerned. When we look at these cyber attacks, if you have 7 states hit, one single state had 30 water plants hit. So we don't know how many. Again, is this hundreds? Is hundreds of water plants that were hit at one time? What happens if there's truly a coordinated attack? What happens if there's a coordinated cyber attack alongside coordinated physical attacks at the same time? So that there isn't necessarily the safe zone like we're thinking about. Again, they talk about trying to take off, like the entire northeastern electricity grid. Fascinating stuff to read about. I'm not going to talk about it here. You go do your own Google searches on that kind of thing, right? And that's what's so frustrating at this point in time is it's like our own government. We know this danger is there. So much of this danger you can mitigate it. Again, so much of the cybersecurity shit can be we know how to mitigate this stuff. I've talked about this before. Windows NT 4.0. So that's where I got my MCSE back in 2000. There's an operating system called Windows NT 4.0. Literally, you could secure Windows NT 4.0 to work in the NSA. The NSA had configurations for running Windows NT 4 securely within a national security environment. How is it 20 fucking 6 years ago we can make Windows NT 4.0 secure to work in a national security environment, and yet in 2026 we still have water facilities that can be compromised en masse by foreign actors? Huh. But anyway, what do you think about this? How much time should Minnesota spend in jail for doing this to our country? Do you think Trump is going to invade Minnesota next? That's going to be the first mission for Trump's battleships. We're sending our battleships to conquer Minnesota. We will no longer accept the tyranny of the Minnesota state. Anyways, what are your thoughts down below? If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.